Hello, everyone. Welcome to Moody Monica Mondays, and thank you for being here with me this week. I have to be honest, I haven't really gone into the direction I was hoping to go to for last week. That would have in turn trickled into what I wanted to do this week, but with that being said, I'm going to ride this wave into a different topic for today and save what I had going on for another time. But due to this specific disorder being a bit of a handful for me right now, and quite a few other people at this point in time, and trying to push through it because it does make it very difficult for me to stay grounded and be within my body and be able to be me and speak for myself and be able to push through these anxieties that are affecting me through this disorder. And we're just hoping to get through it. So that being said, I am going to be talking about seasonal affective disorder today. With the acronym of SAD, and we are just going to go over some signs and symptoms and some ways to help. But other than that, just trying to give myself some psychotherapy and talk through it right now, and thank you for being along for the ride. So let's do this, and let's hope we feel a little bit better by the end of it. So, seasonal affective disorder is actually a type of depression that is more limited to a certain type or time of year. So, that being said, it is most experienced late fall until beginning of spring is when people tend to feel seasonal affective disorder a lot worse than others. But there's also the rare instances where people get summer seasonal affective disorder as well. So with seasonal affective disorder, it is not limited to just feeling it at certain types of the year. It's just that those who are diagnosed with specifically just SAD are only feeling these symptoms during specific times of the year. So it has to last at least 2 weeks, however, less than a whole season. So that being said, however, those who suffer with major depression, like I do, tend to get an extra dose of depression at this point in time. So for myself, I struggle with depression all year round. However, end of January, all of February tends to be the most difficult for me. And during this time, I get all of the symptoms I get all year round. However, they become a lot more difficult to control and have a good grasp on, and make me feel a little bit worse as an overall functioning human being. So it's every single day is a struggle, but at this point in time, it's almost debilitating, where it's, I have to call in to work for those mental health days where I can't do my homework, or I can't wash those dishes. There's just those stupid things that I can't do anymore, and it just gets to a point where all you can do is just sit there and cry, and it's just so exhausting. But before I get too off track, I'm going to go into the symptoms that are specific, not only to SAD, but as well as major depression. However, once again, SAD being more focused on just a certain time of year, while major depression tends to last all year round. So, symptoms of SAD are actually the same as major depression. So, that includes but is not limited to changes in appetite and weight, changes in your sleeping patterns, which of course also results in fatigue, feeling helpless and feeling hopeless, feeling useless, getting more distant from friends and family, as well as just overall more agitation, irritability, and as well as loss in concentration, which is something that is definitely hitting very hard for me right now. I tried to keep my videos as unlimited as possible in order to display this, because I want to be able to show that it's not just an A to B process. It's very much scatterbrained, and it's pushing through it and still trying to get to where you're trying to go with your point or with a story, or I mean with your day. It's that continuation of being able to just keep taking the next step. But that being said, as well, symptoms include thoughts of suicide, which get extremely difficult during this time of year. It's even more so with COVID right now, where we are all so separated in every aspect possible right now physically, that being sentenced to just social media has left us very vulnerable during this time where seasonal affective disorder does hit the most. So those feelings are always to be taken seriously, and please, if you are feeling any of those ways at this time, because I know that even at my strongest that I am mentally at this point in time, those thoughts are still creeping. So I will also be linking just some places to be able to reach out to, and as well to continue on from there. But going into the next thing is just some reasons on why SAD happens, and just specific to why it might happen to certain people during this specific point in time, which is those really dark and angsty winter months. So specific to winter onset SAD, the one of the causes said to be is due to the lack of sunlight. So when there is a lack of sunlight to our bodies, specifically during the winter months, it does cause an issue with our circadian rhythm and our biological clocks. So with the daylight savings time, for example, it causes this shift in our bodies to not really know how to act. Like it's causes them to have this disruption of ability to handle emotion and how to cope, and overall have this strong mentality. So by having this loss of sunlight during the winter months can cause just this overwhelming feeling of disruption from within. And one of the ways to help that is actually through light therapy. I haven't gotten one yet. I keep saying I will, but when money is tight. So just trying to get it figured out. But that being said, I do want to invest in one of those light lamps. So you can actually get light lamps that I've just seen them on Amazon, that you can sit in front of for 10 minutes a day or whichever, while you're having your coffee or doing whatever. And it is said to help with the lack of sunlight, and it is supposed to help with SAD and be able to provide that kind of light you need in order to shine a little light on the darkness. So anyway, I definitely want to get one of those eventually and try it out and hopefully be able to share with you guys if it makes any difference for me in the future. But as of right now, we will just go into the second cause, which I do have something to be able to help with that cause. But anyway, so a second reason said to cause seasonal affective disorder is the drop in serotonin that happens during those winter months. So sunlight also helps produce serotonin, which is a neurotransmitter in our brains that affect mood. And with an insufficient amount of serotonin, it is difficult to feel positive emotions. So that being said, during the winter months where there is that less sunlight, there is less chances for serotonin to be made, and therefore there has to be steps taken in order to produce more serotonin in order to combat the disadvantage of not being able to have enough of it. So one of the things that help boost serotonin is going for exercise, which, yes, I know is increasingly difficult due to the gyms just opening up again and allowing a limited amount of 10 people at a time. And I mean, there are wonderful places like where we live out here on the harbor. There's a skating rink that is made throughout the winter for people to be able to skate on. However, obviously, with how much snow has been the last couple of weeks, making it even more difficult to be able to be outside on top of specifically everything that I, for one, am feeling. And if I'm one to be feeling it, then I'm sure that there's others that are out there feeling this dreadful time as well. So that being said, I got my ass out of the house today and out for a walk with Maverick, and it did really help. But that being said, if you're not able to get out there and get some fresh air, I did record my walk with Mav today, so you can come on it with me. The video is terrible quality because I tried to time-lapse it, but then when I time-lapsed it, it was too fast. So then when I tried to untime-lapse it, it's just really choppy. So I tried my best. I will try better next time. But for now, enjoy a choppy walk with me and Maverick. And that's all I have for you guys today. I took a lot to be here right now, so please, I hope that everyone is holding on there and being able to take this time to bring people in instead of push them away, and I, for one, need to go do that. So I hope everyone is hanging in there, and I will hope to see you next week with a bit of better planned content. But other than that, we will try again and again and again.